taking the guns into the chase, yeah.
So like I just said, the first thing I'm going to show you will be the east window of Bath Abbey. And it really was quite a feat to put the 2,000 pieces of broken glass back into the window. So the east window will be directly in front of us. There we are. Now the pinnacles on the Abbey are a later addition. The Victorians thought the Abbey looked rather plain and ugly, so they added all these pinnacles all the way around Bath Abbey to enhance its beauty. The Georgian part, she's holding the scales of justice. Now, to my knowledge, they have been stolen 7 times. And the city fathers have got so fed up replacing them, they're now made out of plastic. So if you do want to climb up and get them, they're not going to worry too much about the cost of replacing them, okay? Seriously though, I think it's our students at Ragweek here in the city. I think they've got it on a list of something to take, you know? Inside the Guildhall, there is a beautiful chandelier. I don't think it's on today.
Oh, the Zoom is working well.
We had 2... We do seem to have an awful lot of traffic jams this morning. It's not normally as bad as this. Now I said earlier, when Queen Anne came to Bath, it was a very small city. The northern end of Bath, actually here, is marked out Upper Borough Walls. That was the northern extent to the city. Now just past this church, on our right, you'll see the oldest public house here in Bath. It's called the Saracen's Head, and it was here that Charles Dickens stayed, and he met a gentleman in there called Moses Pickwick. And he was so taken up by what Moses had to say that he based his novel, The Pickwick Papers, on his encounter here in Bath with Moses. Now this street is called Broad Street. It gets its name not because it's a wide street, but because in the 14th century, the weavers of Bath had their broad weaving looms in the rooms above the shops here on our right. Now we're going to be crossing over this junction, and on your right you'll see a row of houses called the Paragon. Now they were used by the aristocracy as lodging homes while they were waiting for their own homes to be built. Above the windows you'll see a frieze, and in the middle of each window there is a lady's face, and they are all different. Can you see them? Sorry, I'm in the way there. You see the ladies' faces up there? They're all different. There are no 2 ladies' faces exactly the same. Now we have a saying in England, when something costs us too much, we say it's daylight robbery. And that's where the saying comes from, the window tax of the 18th century. I think Americans have a similar saying, highway robbery, but it does mean exactly the same thing. And there are actually some more bricked up windows over on the junction on our left here. Now we're coming down into Queen Square just for a moment. In the centre of the square there's an obelisk to Frederick, Prince of Wales. He was the eldest son of George II, but he was the most unpopular man of his day. His own family didn't like him, the court couldn't stand him, and the aristocracy absolutely detested him. Anyway, he was playing tennis one day, and the tennis ball hit him in the eye, and he died from his injuries. And when his father, King George II, was informed of the death of his son and heir, he said just one word, and that one word was good. Even he didn't like his own son. Now, during the 1960s, we lost in Bath a lot of our old buildings to the planners and developers, and here on our left you'll see what we have in its place. These really are monstrosities, bearing in mind they're right in the middle of the city centre, end to end and either side of the road. Now he got his inspiration to build the bridge after seeing the Ponte Vecchio Bridge in Florence in Italy, but ours is not a copy of the Florentine Bridge. He just got his inspiration. So it's on our right, just between these two lampposts that we're coming up to now. There we are, Pulteney Bridge and its weir. You are highly honoured today because Molly's actually stopped the bus. But we will be crossing the... trees in front of us, that is called Camden Crescent. Now on our left we have the Sydney Gardens, and in the 18th century up to 4,000 people a night would attend concerts and firework displays